Pesky, perhaps.
Just.
I hope he's not immune.
There is a chain.
Hello? You must first either.
But did you break in the curtain?
Quickly, do you not feel the air from inside the room? It is freezing. Quickly now.
I do not like this at all.
Push off.
Oh, dear God, it is awful.
Mr. Ratchet!
I cannot look.
Do you see his chest?
It is horrible.
I cannot believe.
Do not touch anything that is stuck.
It is human life. It is wrong. Calm down.
Princess, would you escort Miss Ursa to her room, please?
Of course. Come along, Greta.
Holy cow.
Such a thing like this has never happened in the history of my company. What are you doing?
I am examining the wounds. There appear to be 8 stab wounds to the chest. Monsieur McQueen, when did you see him last?
Me? But I don't know anything. He was fine last night when I put out his wine.
Well, you are his secretary, no? You must know something.
Not very much. He never spoke about himself at all. Frankly, I think he was hiding something. Just an impression, of course.
Why was that, do you think?
Well, I think he was fleeing from America to get away from something or someone. And I think he managed it until a few weeks ago.
And then?
He began to get some threatening letters in the mail. Do you want me to go get them?
Yes, go quickly. Up and please, ask the Countess to join me in here.
Sure thing.
Merci.
Such a thing like this has never happened in the history of my company. It is incredible for something like this to happen on my train. Oh, it is freezing in here.
You have observed the window.
Oui, it is open.
And what do you see outside?
Nothing.
Exactly! There are no footprints, there are no marks in the snow, which means that no one entered or left through the window.
Then why is it open?
I assume to mislead the police when they arrive.
The police?
Of course the police, it is murder.
The Yugoslavian police department. Oh, no. We do not want them. You must serve it, and then you will tell them who did it.
No, I have interfered too much already.
But my company is at stake.
What money me?
Just think of what the Yugoslavian police inquiry would do to my company. People would say, oh no, I cannot ride on the Orient Express. I could be murdered in my bed. Then my sales would suffer and I would lose my clients.
But I am due in London in 3 days.
Then solve it in 2. You are a magician, huh? I have seen you work. You look, you listen, you pester, you make yourself a pain in the backside, and then suddenly, poof, the case is solved like that.
But the police, they would be angry, no?
The Yugoslavian police, they are like the Three Stooges in the movie house, huh? They poke each other in the eyes by accident. They would be thrilled not to have to do any work. If you sent them the case, they would put a statue of you up in the center of the grab.
They would need a plan of the coach.
What's done?
And the passports and the tickets of everyone on board.
Done.
Merci.
Excuse me, but you've asked to see me? Oh my God!
Forgive me, Countess, but I understand that you are trained as a physician, so I thought you might help me with the body.
I am happy to help.
I'm afraid it is not a very pleasant sight.
Believe me, I have seen worse. I volunteered in the war.
Regard the left side of his face. It is slightly red. Do you see?
I do. It has been slapped.
Well, how can you tell?
Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate wounds.
That was my count as well. Can you estimate the time of death?
I would say between 8 and 10 hours ago, which would put the time in between midnight and 2 o'clock.
I am in the curve.
Seems the killer was wild in a frenzy of some sort.
And see these. Of the 8 stab wounds, 5 of them appear to be strong, while 3 are mere scratches. Oh, and the wounds, they come in from different directions. Can you see it? I need a pencil.
Here.
Oh, merci. Now, watch. For we will place the pencil inside of each wound and push it gently.
Oh, is this necessary?
Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing.
Or there were 2 cells, one right-handed and one left-handed.
One strong, one weak.
It is not impossible. But now, another question presents itself. Why would Monsieur Ratchet not fight back when all the while he had this gun beneath his pillow?
Ooh la la.
Hello, may I see it?
How did you find it?
Well, he showed it to me yesterday, so I knew it must be here somewhere.
Ah.
It is an automatic and I believe it is...
God, monsieur!
Sir, it's a safety switch and it is not on.
S'il vous plaît, mon ami, have you not heard of the fatal accident? Un moment. I have a very good nose. Smell the glass of wine.
It smells of almonds. But he was clearly drugged, which is why he did not fight back.
Oh, what is this? Here, in his pocket. And voila.
It is a watch. Oh, in the face it is smashed.
It is stopped at 1:15.
We have something important, no? It is the time of death, and the Countess said that it was between midnight and 2 o'clock, so there it is. It could not be clear. 1:15 is the time of death. It is obvious.
It is possible.
What do you mean it is possible? What is wrong with it?
I do not know yet what is wrong and what is right, because I am still investigating. Over here, there is a pipe cleaner, and there is a match, and there is a match of a different shape. There are dozens of clues in this room. And it makes me suspicious.
Wait, look at this. On the floor.
It is a lady's handkerchief with the letter H on it.
Yet another clue. And who is H? Huh? As in Hamlet?
That is the question. There is a Mrs. Hubbard, and I believe her first name is Anna.
What about the princess?
Her name is Natalia Dragomirov, and there is also Mary Debenham and Greta Osten and James Arvada and Hector McQueen. Yeah, and I'm Constantine Book. And such a thing like this has never happened in the history of the Wagonet, and it will ruin my company, and I want you to solve it immediately.
You are upset.
I am very upset. A man has been murdered on my train. Oh.
Will be alright.
I hope so. I will smoke a cigarette.
That is a good idea.
And, oh my God, just look at this ashtray. My people are lying down on the job.
Wait. Do you not see? There is the remains of a paper that has been burned, perhaps to conceal the information that it contained. Ah, yes, there is something written upon it. What I need right now is a lady's hat box. Countess, do you keep such a thing?
Of course I do.
I greatly admire that creature. Do you see? She does not ask me a single question. I ask for a hat box, and she gets me a hat box. I ask for a pretty body, and she rolls up her sleeves. Suddenly I desire to be young again. Do not move. I am getting my spirit lamp. I use it to heat the wax for my mustache.
And why do you need the spirit lamp?
Because this time I am using science to catch the guilty party. Usually, for me, it is the psychology, the mind of the killer, but not with these clues.
And why not?
Because I do not trust them. The handkerchief. Did a woman drop it, or did a man place it there and say, I will make this look like a woman's crime? And he's saying with the pipe cleaner, I will make this look like a man has done it. And there is also the open window, the wine, the watch, the gun. There are too many clues. And I am Anna.
Your hat box, monsieur.
Merci, madame.
Je vous en prie.
If I asked you to leave your husband, to my bed, with me, to Monte Carlo, what would you say?
I would say, give me 5 minutes. I need to pack.
I will get back to you. In the meantime, all this, merci. Come. Now, I believe that this paper is the remains of a note that has been burned, perhaps to hide its contents, and I believe that certain letters will appear upon its surface, but only briefly, as the flame is striking them, and we must regard them while we can. Now. We will put it over the flame, like so. Do you see it?
Yeah, remember little Daisy Armstrong?
But what does it mean?
Well, there was a case in America 3 years ago.
Oh,
A little girl was murdered. It was in all of the papers.
I do not remember.
it was a case most horrible.
Horrible.
A young girl named Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from her home in Long Island, New York.
Mama? Daddy?
The ransom was set at $200,000 and it was paid.
But little Daisy was not returned to her parents.
They found a little girl dead, murdered, 3 days later in the woods not far from her home. The police caught the man who did it, but he had ties to organized crime, and they got him off by changing the evidence. He would have been hanged if he had been found by the public, but he gave them the slip and he disappeared.
But what does this have to do with Ratchet?
I think we can guess this, no?
Of course.
Monsieur McQueen said that Ratchet was fleeing from something in America and that he succeeded until the letters began to arrive.
Then you think...
That Monsieur Ratchet's real name is, in fact, Bruno Cassette, the man who murdered little Daisy Armstrong.
Good God.
Excuse me, Mr. Poirot, I found the letters.
Oh, merci. And so it begins. Monsieur Book, please, gather the passports and tickets of everyone on this carriage, and then send to me the Princess and Miss Olsen, then Monsieur McQueen, and then Mrs. Ever. Well, now, vite, before the train is gone! It is clear that someone on this train committed this murder, and I will find out who it is, I promise you!
You left a button. Look.
And it says Orient
It
Express.
sure as heck does, and it's just like the ones that Michelle wears on his uniform.
And you found it?
On the floor this morning, right as you please, next to my big toe after I put these tootsies down on the floor when I got up.
Did you wait until now to tell us?
I just woke up. It's called vacation. And I had just heard about Ratchet's murder, and I thought that maybe this button guy did it. You see, it all adds up. He goes into Ratchet's room, kills him, comes out through my room around 1 o'clock. I wake up around 1:15 and see him. Well, not see him exactly. I sort of feel his presence, and... Do you realize? He could have shot me in my bed or strangled me or something.
The dead man's name, madame, was not Ratchet, but Bruno Cassetti. Does this mean anything to you?
No.
And what do you know of the Armstrong case?
You mean that poor kid who got murdered? It was national news. The whole world knew about it. So what?
Can you tell me where you were last night, between midnight and 2 o'clock?
Oh, great. So now I'm a suspect? You know, you should really read some detective stories and get some tips.
12 to 2, madame.
I already told you. I was alone in bed, and around 1 o'clock, some man walks in and scares the living bejesus out of me.
Mrs. Ebert, may I get your signature?
I beg your pardon?
Your signature, madame, so that I might see your handwriting.
I always thought the French were screwy.
Why, he's Belgian.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for Miss Debenham.
She is not here.
Did you check her room?
I tried everywhere I could think of it. She's gone.
Did you try the carriages at the back of the train?
Of course I did. I got Michelle to open the doors and she wasn't in any of them.
Well, she cannot have got far, monsieur. It is a very small train.
You don't understand what I'm saying, monsieur. There was a murder on this train last night, and that has certain implications, does it not? Oh my god, it's her! What that means? Quickly, this way! Where did it come from?
I couldn't tell.
What is going on?
Where's the bell?
Oh, dear God.
What's happening?
I heard the gunshot.
She's not here! Try right at through!
Mrs. Debenham.
Michelle, okay, go, 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 go!
Push, push.
Push.
Oh my god, I'm ready!
Positive.
Entirely. It has gone too far. Our lives are in danger.
It is likely magic
It
trick.
is unbelievable. I have sent Michel on searching so that he may find something.
No, I do not expect so.
Then where did he go? This man who is dressed as a train.
I do not know. Right, that is the problem. Every time that I find a piece of the puzzle, there is a suspect who is in alibi. Colonel Arbuthnot, you could have a grudge against Cassetti from a business dealing, but then McQueen gives him an alibi from 12 to 2. They are chatting on the observation deck. Aha! I said what about me so soon? She is strange. There is something not right about her, but she swears that she and Miss Debenham are up all night chattering away in the room that they are sharing. And so it goes with Mrs. Everard and a princess, and now Miss Debenham is shot! And I am out of suspects.
Poirot, I've brought Miss Debenham as you requested. Now what do you want with her?
I merely wish to ask her some questions, Colonel. You may go.
I beg your pardon.
You are not needed for this.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it because I'm staying.
I am sorry also, because you are not.
Now listen to me, you little Frenchman.
He is Belgian.
I don't care if he's the man in the mill. I'm not leaving her.
James, it's all right. I'm sure it won't take long.
She is correct. I need a mere 10 minutes.
Well, I don't like it, you understand? And you can put that in near some pipe and smoke it.
That is Sherlock Holmes.
I'm gonna have!
Oh, Miss Debenham, please. Have a seat. There is much pain?
Well, it's rather sore, that's all.
You are very brave. Let us all be grateful that it is not worse.
Thank the Lord.
Now, Miss Debenham, in the hotel yesterday, I overheard you say to the Colonel that you were terrified you would miss the train. Can you tell me why it was so important to you?
It's not that at all. I didn't want to be late.
But you said that you wanted to get it over with, to get it all behind you. Get what? Behind you. You seemed very agitated.
I'm afraid you're reading into it. I'm tremendously punctual. That's all.
Pardon. It is my profession. Sometimes I am too imaginative. When you and the Colonel, you are very close, I think.
Well, we only met a few days ago, but I suppose we'd rather hit it off.
And as for the murder, I assume you know the dead man's name was Bruno Cassetti.
I heard.
What do you know of the Daisy Armstrong case?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've never been to the States.
What is it that brought you to Istanbul?
I lived with the family for about a year. I'm a governess.
And can you tell me your whereabouts last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
I was in my room with Miss Olsen. We chatted until quite late. She's rather talkative, especially when she's anxious, and I may have dozed off for a few minutes.
I see.
May I go?
You may. Oh, wait, there is one more thing. Will you sign your name, please?
All right. It's I'm left-handed, I'd have trouble signing with my right at the moment.
Merci.
Please get some rest, and on behalf of the company, I will have a bottle of champagne sent straight to you.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I'm gonna get that. And if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my God! Could you have imagined if she had died? Thank goodness she's such a lovely woman.
She is more than lovely. She is a complete liar.
Miss Devlin?
Well, she claims that she and the Colonel are not well acquainted, and yet they are clearly intimate. To him, she said that she wanted to put something behind her, and now she pretends that these words mean nothing.
But she was shot!
In the hour.
It could have killed her!
I wonder.
About what? Ooh la la! You do not suspect her of cassetting murder.
It is not impossible.
But it is impossible! She is cruel, she is methodical, she would not stab a man in the chest, she would sew him with gauze.
No, you are wrong if you think this crime is sudden and passionate. This is a long-headed crime, Molly. I would stake my career on it. Look at this.
This leave of her blouse, so what?
There is a powder barrel at the entry point,
Which means?
that the gun was very close when it went off.
So what? The man was 2 feet away.
Pardon, messieurs. I have finished the search.
And
Nothing. There is no sign of an intruder anywhere. If you'd like, I can show you.
No, sit. Would you be so kind now as to remove your tunic? Merci. Now I see that none of your buttons are missing, and moreover, the thread to each button is old. So nothing was sewn on recently.
That is correct, but may I ask?
Mrs. Eber found this button in her room this morning.
It is not mine, monsieur.
So I see. But it matches yours exactly.
It does.
Michel, are there any other attendants on a train at this time?
There's one in second class, a ticket taker. I've known for years.
Is he large or small?
Quite large, I'm afraid. Shall I ask him to see you?
No, it is quite all right. And what other passengers, besides the ones on this coach, are on the train right now?
There's hardly any at the moment. It is the off-season. There is a mother and a child on the background carriage, 3 university students, and a man. That is all.
And could there be a second conductor wearing a uniform exactly like yours?
Oh no, monsieur. I had to earn this uniform with many years of service. However, well, frankly, I am not sure I trust our word, but Mrs. Olsen says that she seemed to be a second conductor on the train last night.
Miss Olsen?
Oui, she told me this morning.
well, she did not tell us this morning.
Well, she says he was wearing a uniform like mine, and when she spoke to him, he did not respond. In fact,
What? Tell me quickly!
the princess, she tells me she also saw this man last night.
Oh la la! Oh la la! Oh la la!
What is it?
It is precisely the kind of clue that I have been searching for. Michel, come with me. I will need your help very quickly. Monsieur Book, do not move. We will be right back.
But where are you going?
You will see in a moment. Oh, pardon, madame, but we will be right back.
But I thought you wanted to question me.
I do. Stay where you are, please. Pardon.
Well, that was exciting, as if we needed any more excitement around here. I want my passport back. What if there was another shooting and we had to make a run for it? Can you imagine me wandering the streets of Yugoslavia without a passport? They'd shoot first and ask questions later. Who are you? Well, I'm Mrs. Helen Hubbard from the Minneapolis Golf and Racket and Blam! No more Marshall.
You have been extremely patient, madame, and believe me, I am grateful. If there is anything I can do to thank you, I am at your service.
You know, you remind me of one of my husbands.
Which one?
The next one.
Ah.
You may not take it. It's my suitcase. You may not take it. Please give it back. You must have a reason.
I have an excellent reason.
Please stop.
Monsieur Poirot, really?
Oh, you must permit me to look inside of your bag.
But it has private things. It has my undergarments.
Monsieur Poirot.
We will look at nothing that will embarrass you. You have my word. Wait, I have an idea. Princess, will you assist me?
I suppose.
Yes. Now, Miss Hudson, Michelle tells me that you saw what appeared to be a second conductor on the train last night. Is that correct?
Yeah,
And what did he look like?
was small, like a woman.
That is correct. I saw him as well.
Ah, bon. That is perfect. It seems that virtually everyone on this train has seen the second conductor, except for myself and Monsieur Book. So the question now is, where did he go? Is he hiding on the train? If he were still in uniform, we could spot him very quickly. So, therefore, at least one conclusion is that he has hidden his uniform and done so in the luggage of one of the passengers.
But why choose me? There are other suitcases. Try the other ones first.
Princess, will you be so kind as to open the bag and tell us what you see inside?
It is the uniform. I have never seen it. I've heard no one ever would not do such a thing. I'm not a murderer.
No, mademoiselle. I am accusing you of nothing. You have done nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong.
Now, Monsieur Book, does the jacket have all of its buttons in place?
Excuse me, sorry. No, there is one missing.
There you go. Are we surprised by this?
Wait a moment, there is something more. Ooh la la, mon Dieu, it is a passkey for the doors on the train.
And that would explain how he got into my room last night.
Now, mademoiselle, can you tell me when was the last time you looked inside of your bag?
It was yesterday, just after we boarded.
So someone could have put it in there this morning after you left the room.
I have no idea. I've never seen it before.
Monsieur Poirot, I must insist that you stop bullying poor Miss Olsen in this manner. She is simply not up to it like the rest of us.
You're right. Forgive me. Now, would you escort Miss Olsen back to her compartment and please take Mrs. Hubbard with you? I would like to speak with the Countess alone for a moment, if you do not mind.
Of course we mind. Every time things get juicy, you just throw us back out again.
Would you please stop gossip mongering?
Me? You have your mouth open so much I can count your teeth.
With a pleasure to learn you know how to count. Bird brain.
Well, if I'm a bird brain, then you're a communist!
I am not a communist. I am in exile.
From your husband, who I bet couldn't wait to get rid of you.
And who's the one who told the divorce?
Your husbands were unfaithful!
This surprises you.
Ladies, please! Now, we are all a little worked up at the moment, so please, this way.
Thank you.
Oh la la. Hello? Can you hear me? I am calling Zagreb Station. Do you hear me, Zagreb? This is Constantine Book of the Orient Express.
We are hearing you, Monsieur Book. You are loud and clear.
We remain stuck in the Polinsky Pass. Where are you?
We have been delayed, Monsieur, but should reach you presently. How are the conditions?
We are losing heat and light. Provisions are low. The passengers are angry, and we have a dead man rotting in compartment 2. How are things with you?